Hey guys, it's Bree. So in today's video we're going to be doing our April TBR. I am very excited for this video, like I always am with my TBR videos, because they just feel so fun to film and get to be able to see what I get to choose for the month. Literally, I'm not gonna lie, looking through all of my books, there are so many books that I really want to read, and there's so many books I don't know what I read next, to be honest. So we shall see how this goes. But before we get into the TBR prompt jar, I have two books I automatically are going to be putting onto this TBR no matter what, because I really do want to read them next month. The first book is one that I'm carrying over from last month's TBR because I did not get to it, and I actually really want to read it. And then the next book is one that I automatically put because I just read the first book of the series and I really want to read the second book. So that first book we're going to go into is the one I carried over, and that was Ground Zero by Alan Grant. This is a novella, not a novella. This is a non-level novel. This one is historical fiction, of course. I have been into historical fiction. I've always loved historical fiction, but reading last month's books, what I did read of last month, I got back into historical fiction and I'm loving it. I've never read a 9/11 novel though. I've read so many World War II novels and Holocaust novels, but I've never read a 9/11 one. So we shall see how this turns out to be and see how it is. Like I said before, I do like Alan Grant's historical novels. They're some of my favorite to read because they're really easy to read. They're really easy to understand, and they're, in my opinion, written really well. So very looking forward to getting into this one. And this has also been a book that I've had for so long. This has been on my TBR since my birthday. Whenever I went crazy for my birthday, this has been here since then. A lot of the books too I've had since around that time, but this was one of the ones I have had probably the longest, so I'm hoping to read that one next month. And then the next book is going to be Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Malascalco. This is the second book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I read the first one. I really enjoyed it. You will hear all about that about my wrap up, but I really did want to get into the second book, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the second book on this TBR no matter what, so I can get into it. It looks so good. I'm very excited for this one. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that one on the TBR as well, and then we're gonna be choosing the rest, of course, from the prompt jar. I will say we did a little bit of a different thing with the prompt jar. In here I have 32 pieces of paper. I have, of course, my normal prompts. I have some other prompts that I did add in, and then I also have book titles of books that are on my TBR. These are books that are either very excited to get into, or books that I am terrified of reading. So we shall see how it goes and how we end up doing this. So we're going to be choosing 8 books out of here because we already have 2 books on the TBR going on next month. So we're going to choose 8 titles or prompts and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and choose the first one in here and see how it goes. Okay. So the first one, ooh, I dropped one, is going to be this one. We shall see what it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one I'm actually very excited yet intimidated for, because this one I decided to put in here because I felt like this was one I needed to be a little bit pushed to read, even though I'm really looking forward to reading it. It is Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. This is the first book in the Devil Knight series. I really did enjoy Penelope Douglas's Fall Away series. I really did enjoy that one from them, and I'm very excited about this one. Like I said though, I am intimidated about it because a lot of people either love this series or hate this series because it's very, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very toxic series is what I've heard of. But this one in general, you either like the main male character or you hate him. So we shall see going into it if I end up liking him or not. But this is quite a lengthy book as well. It's almost 500 pages, but it is fine. It is okay. I actually am kind of excited about reading this one, and this is the push I need to read it, guys. So Correct will be the next book that is going to be putting onto this TBR. This is going to be crazy, guys. This is going to be really crazy going into this one. Hopefully we enjoy it. Hopefully we like it, but if not, we shall see how it goes. But a lot of people say that the first book is not as good as the rest of the series, so we shall, like I said, we shall see how this works out. So on to the next book, let's see what we get chosen for this. Okay, so it's gonna be this one. So it is, ooh, it looks like a prompt, not a prompt. It looks like, ooh, it is a book title, and this is actually one of the books that I'm very, very excited to read. So, of course, it's down here with me though, and that's very, very exciting. Actually, this is the original edition of this book. I do want to read the Owl Crate because I have both I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and then I have the Owl Crate edition of this one, and I probably will read the Owl Crate one, but this is the one that's near me, so I will show you this, and that's What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. This one I am so excited to read. It was one of my most anticipated releases of did it come out last year? I believe it did come out last year. Yes, of last year, and I'm very, very excited about it. It has to do with I believe they're in Egypt, so they're like archaeologists and stuff like that. It sounds so good, and I really did enjoy my other novel that I read by Isabel Ibanez. So very, very excited for this one, and actually very happy that it's gonna be on this TBR. But like I said, I am gonna be reading the Owl Crate edition compared to this one, but this one as well, I'm gonna keep probably, if I end up really liking this, I'm gonna keep both, but we shall see. But I'm very, very excited that that one's gonna be there. And let's go on to the next slip of paper we have. Okay, so, ooh, that's a lot of papers. Okay, let's do this, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and go with this one. This one looks like a book title. Okay, so, ooh, okay, so we have another historical fiction that I've had this one for a long time too. So hopefully we get to it, because I've actually wanted to read this one as well, and that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This was one title I put in here because, like I said, I've had it for a long time, but it's one I've been really, really interested in reading it, because I think this one has to do with World War II in German occupied France. I don't know much about it, but I've heard it's great. I've heard it's really, really amazing, and it is a little bit thicker, to be honest, but we shall see how it goes and see if we like it. So yeah, I'm actually very, very excited about this one. So we're gonna go ahead and put The Nightingale into the pile. So far all I've gotten is book titles. We shall see what other book titles got in here, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember every book title I put in here. Oh, I will like to also say, I forgot to mention since the beginning of the video, if I do end up picking a prompt and I choose a book title that's like the name's already in here, I will re-choose for a prompt or a book title, because I want to be choosing a different option if that happens, because I don't remember, like I said, all the names in here. I do remember a good amount of them, but not all of them, so I don't want that to happen or stuff like that. So we're gonna just re-choose if we have to. But anyways, going on into book number, this will be technically book number 6. Okay, so it's gonna be this one right here. This one also looks like, oh no, I know what book it is just by looking at it. Oh, it's a book title again. Okay, so this one is one I've been waiting for a long. Actually, I'm not lying. I think this is actually the book I've had the longest on my TBR. Actually, I think I may be lying about this, but I've had this one for a really long time. Probably longer than all the other books I've had on my TBR. So this one, yeah, I think this one I've had the longest. And it's one I've been avoiding because I don't like this man. I really don't. I don't know why I got this book in general, to be honest. But I really wanted to read it because I really enjoyed Mia Sheridan's Archer's Voice. And that is Travis by Mia Sheridan. This one, of course, follows Travis from Archer's Voice. And if we've read that book, you know, we don't stand Travis. We don't like Travis. But this one, I wanted to read it because, you know what, I'm like, you know what, let's read it. Let's see what it's all about. But I've been avoiding it because I'm just like, I just don't like Travis. So I feel like I'm not going to like this book. But we'll give her a chance. We'll see how it goes and all of that. So we would just go ahead and add this one to the pile. Goodness gracious. That's basically taken a lot of my freaking titles. I need a prompt, guys. I need a prompt. so I can figure out what else to do with my life. Okay, but that is okay. So that's 5 book titles, technically. No, it's 4. It's only 4. 4 book titles from here out of 16. That's crazy. Okay, so on to the next. Let's see what it is. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, thank God I didn't get that one. I saw the one of the other one. Okay, so this one right here is another book title. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one is up there actually on my Owl Crate shelf, so I have to get up to get that one, so give me 1 minute. Okay, so that book that we picked from the jar was To Kill a Shadow by Catherine Quinn. This was one that I'm trying to remember, was this December's Owl Crate? I think it was December's Owl Crate. And I remember seeing this one all over social media and stuff like that, the promotion for it, and it actually looked really good. And when I saw that I got an Owl Crate and I read the synopsis and I actually looked into it, it sounded amazing. So I'm actually really, really excited to get into this one. And I'm hoping I really like it. We shall see how it goes, guys. So we're going to head and add this one to the pile as well and see how it goes. So far we have 3 fantasies, we have 2 historical fictions, and we have 2 romances. So it's a little bit in the middle of what we have. So now I think there's 3 more prompts. Yeah, there's 3 more books to choose from, so we shall see how the rest of this goes. So we've only chosen actual book titles, and that's pretty crazy, to be honest, compared to like all the other prompts that I have in here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's try to pick a good one. Okay, let's go ahead and choose this one. Please be a prompt. I need a prompt in here. Oh, it doesn't look like a prompt, to be honest. Oh no, it is a prompt. Okay, a book with a playlist. Okay, ooh. I don't have that many books with playlists. I know one. Okay, so I know King of Wrath has a playlist, but I do believe I did put King of Wrath in the jar, so I don't want to choose it. I mean, I can choose it and just replace the prompt in there, to be honest, or replace the title in there, but I think I'm gonna hold off on it because this one I believe is in the jar, so we may have an opportunity to get it again. The only other book I think that has a playlist is Icebreaker. Let me double check on that real quick though. Okay, yes, Icebreaker does have a playlist in it. So this is basically, like I said, the only book other than King of Wrath I know that has a playlist. I believe I believe Penelope Douglas's books actually have playlists in them. At least the Devil's Night series, because I know Fall Away they did, but not towards like the end. Yeah, they have a playlist as well. So that's like the only other option I have is Hideaway, which is the next book, but I haven't even read the first book, so I'm not going to do that one. So we're going to go ahead and do Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. We're going to go ahead and put this one on the TBR for this month's TBR. I'm going to be starting a new series with this TBR, guys. Oops, it's okay. It's okay. But that is going to be fine, oh dandy fine. So I have 2 more books to choose from. We finally got a prompt. We shall hope that the next 2 are prompts, because thinking about what's left in this jar, to be honest, of book titles scares me. Because I do remember like a good amount of book titles that are in here, and they do kind of scare me, to be honest. So we shall see how it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and choose this one. Oof. Okay, so it is, it is a prompt. Okay, so it's a book with flower or plants on the cover. I do have a lot of books with like flowers and plants on the cover, to be honest with everybody. Okay, so I think I kind of know what book I want if I could find it, because this one has been on my TBR for a while as well, and I really kind of do want to read it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, Okay, this one wasn't the one I was looking for, but Manslaughter Park by Tyler Price is also one I've been wanting to read for a while. It is a cozy mystery. It is historical fiction. I already have a good amount of historical fiction on here though, so I probably will wait on that one. Oh, it's right here. Ooh. Okay, so the book I was thinking of, because I do have a lot with plants and stuff on the cover, is the Poison series. The Poison series by Mara Rutherford. This was one that I had gotten a while ago. Like, I got this during, so if you go back onto my channel, onto my big book haul, my first ever book haul I did on here, this was one of the books I hauled with like a lot of the other books I have right now, to be honest, but this was one of the books that I had hauled because I had gotten from Entertainment, and it's one I've actually been wanting to read for a while, and I don't remember exactly what it is about, but it sounds good. And it does have like all these leaves and berries on the cover, and I'm actually really excited to read this one. So we're gonna go ahead and choose this one for this prompt of the TBR to just have right here. I'm actually very excited about that one. And then lastly, guys, we are going to be choosing the last book of the TBR. Will it be a prompt? Will it be a title? Will it be something that I regret doing this with? We shall see. We shall actually see. Okay, so ooh, okay, we got one. We got one. Okay, let's see what this is. It looks like a book title. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm actually excited about this one. I'm terrified at the same time. Okay, so it is a book title. So it is another book that we're going to be choosing by the title. So we've only got 2 prompts through this whole video, guys, and that's actually really funny. But this one I'm excited for, and I was actually waiting for it for the longest time. This one was actually one, okay, I had gotten the special edition of it because I have the first book in the special edition because it was an Owl Crate book. But I'm not gonna lie, I was debating for the longest time on just getting it in the original cover because I wanted to read it that bad. And that is Ruth's Vows by Rebecca Ross. Divine Rivals probably is one of my favorite books of last year. It was probably, I think it was like one of my favorite fantasies. That was one of my favorite fantasies of last year. I really did enjoy it, and I really was pumped for this one to come out, but I had to wait because I was actually afraid of not getting this edition because it was sold out, but then they put another thing of on sale. It's just not signed compared to the other ones, which I really don't care about, to be honest, but it is a stunning edition, and I'm really excited about this one. Oh my gosh, this was actually one of my most anticipated releases of last year after I had read the first one. So I'm very excited for this, guys, and way to wrap up this whole TBR for next month. So let's go ahead and do a rapid fire breakthrough of all the books that we have. So of course, first one we have is Ground Zero by Alan Grant, which is a 9/11 historical fiction novel. Then we have Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco, which is the second book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. We have Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, which is the first book in the Devil's Night series. We have What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. This one, I believe, is a duology, and this next book comes out this year too, so I'm very excited to read this one. But like I said, I am going to read my Owl Crate edition instead of the original one. And then we have Christine Hanna, The Nightingale, also historical fiction. We have Travis by Mia Sheridan. That one I'm very nervous about. Then we have To Kill a Shadow by Catherine Quinn. We have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. We have the Poison series and by Mara Rutherford. I never know how to say her name. Rutherford. Rutherford. I think it's Rutherford. Rutherford. We'll never know, guys. We'll never know at this point. And then Rebecca Ross's Ruth's Vows. Oh my goodness, guys. So that is quite a TBR. With this TBR, we're going to be starting some new series, but we're also going to be finishing one with Ruth's Vow being the last book in that. I think it's called the Letters of Enchantments duology. But yeah, guys, that is the breakdown of this one. I'm actually really pumped for this, to see how this will go, see how everything will line up in general. Let me know down below what your month of reading is going to be looking like, guys. And I will see y'all guys in the next video. Bye.